I'm sorry to break it to you, but life doesn't end that well. Aging, diseases, and tragedies are inevitable. They will bring suffering. No wonder philosophy has been investigating thoroughly questions about death and the finitude of life. So, how can you deal with it? Or better, get ready to die. It's not an easy task, but I believe I found the key. How do I know it? It's because I took dozens of flights. Whatever happens at 35,000 feet from the ground is out of your control. And while I never panicked on an airplane, I noticed that my mind likes to play tricks on me. It starts raining scenario where a bird flies into the engine or a terrorist blowing himself off. However, my reaction to those potential events can differ significantly. At times, I felt pretty anxious, while at others, I was completely at peace. And after a while, I started questioning why I was experiencing those opposite feelings. Finally, I recognized a pattern. Something was in place when I felt calm, and the same was missing when I felt afraid. And I believe that the same holds true for everyone. Look, the biggest regret that people have, especially as they get older, are the things not done. The failure to engage in those opportunities that were presented to them. When I felt calm on a plane, despite the negative potential scenarios playing in my mind, I was at a specific time in my life. It was at that time that I was progressing towards something that I valued. I was engaging in opportunities. I was living at my full potential and I had no regrets. And looking back at my experiences, I realized that I always search for opportunities to grow. In the last 10 years, I relocated to 6 different countries, 9 cities, and 13 houses. I started training and competing in combat sports, including MMA, in my late 20s. I quit my career, reinvented my life, and started my own business. I learned 2 more languages in my 20s. I learned to surf in my 30s and much more. And if you look close to those experiences, there is nothing special. There is nothing credible about it. I simply put myself in hard situations. There was an immense amount of uncertainty and I questioned myself many times because I fell down continuously and suffered plenty. But every time I learned something new about the world and myself. Every time I became a different person. And every time my old self died. I died repeatedly, hundreds of times. And I got more and more used to uncertainty, suffering, and the idea of dying one day. So don't fear uncertainty. Embrace the suffering that comes with it. Engage in those opportunities that are presented to you. Let your older version die. Keep on repeating this process and soon death won't scare you anymore.